My heart attack means 3 months away from work. Resolution. Relax. Think of this as a holiday. Nothing to it. Must buy a rubber duck.
Peter, are you awake?
I am now.
Go back to sleep, it's good for you.
Bye-bye, darling. Have a lovely day. Don't work too hard. Well, remember the clutch, darling. Drive carefully. Bye, darling.
Just getting Rosemary's breakfast.
Nigel!
Oh, God,
Nigel!
what now?
I got it.
God, what? I don't
Don't
need
you
it.
want it?
I don't need it.
Oh, but you might need it, darling.
No, he doesn't want it, you silly cow.
Oh, wait a minute.
God's sake.
Nigel! Nigel! Already. Now, get back in the house. Go along. Dominic! Open this door at once. Dominic!
Shut up! Cow.
Peter, are you out of bed yet?
Yes, I am.
You all right?
It's that noisy cow again.
Do you want some breakfast?
Down in a minute.
So it's noisy cows this morning, is it?
Oh, it's that woman next door.
Oh, she'll drive him round the twist now he's stuck at home.
And what about us? She's been driving us round the twist for months.
I know, but we've got further to go than Dad.
Rosemary.
If somebody doesn't silence that woman soon, I shall go around there and do something unmentionable to her, right in front of her children. She's got a voice like a sergeant major. I'll send her a peak cap and a cane for Christmas. She's probably got her own moustache.
Well, can't be easy for her keeping 3 boys in order. And they do make a lot of noise.
Well, it's not their fault, is it? They never heard anyone talk in a normal voice.
The husband's quiet.
He's never there, that's why. He's out of the house like a rabbit first thing in the morning and doesn't take his earplugs out till he's over Wandsworth Bridge. He's a sensible fellow.
Hey, Dad, there's a parcel for you.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, I don't know. Can I open it?
Yes, go on. I mean, imagine being married to her. Fancy that, cuddling up to you and bellowing sweet nothings into your ear. Bloody Sloane Rangers.
Stop moaning and eat your breakfast.
It's the arrogance of it that gets me. I suppose she's used to hailing gamekeepers across the family acres. Well, if any more of the upper classes move in round here, property values will drop like a stone.
Hey, Dad, it's a book.
What's it about?
It's called Heart Health for All.
Here, let's have a look.
Where did that come from?
I got no idea.
Well, this says, with the publisher's compliments. What are they complimenting Dad for?
Surviving a heart attack? Who knows?
Well, how do they know?
He probably told them. He likes compliments.
Here you are, you see. Now you listen to this. During the convalescent period, proper rest and sleep are essential. Any disturbance, such as loud or sudden noise, can cause stress and hinder recovery. You see, that woman is hindering my recovery. God, they kicked up enough fuss about Concord. She's twice as noisy without taking off. That's it. I'll start a petition.
Peter, you can't.
Well, why not? The whole road must be fed up to the back teeth of... Oh, God, no, listen. Now, just listen to that. It's the skinhead's coffee morning. Right, that's it, I'm going round there.
Oh, don't be so silly.
Look, why should she get away with it? We don't get that kind of noise from the other side. The people in number 17 never make a sound.
Well, they wouldn't. They've gone.
Oh. Have they?
That house has been empty for 2 months.
Well, there you are, you see. I never even noticed.
Darling, drink your tea, get dressed, go in the garden, light a bonfire, Relax. Or read that book you sent for.
I didn't send for it.
Well, read it anyway. It might tell you how to deal with noisy neighbours.
There's only one way to deal with them. Move.
Move. We can't move.
Well, it's either them or us.
It's my fault.
What is?
Now he wants to move. I knew it. I made him buy this house. He wanted to live in the country.
Dad?
Said he needed to feel in touch with living things.
Oh, rubbish. He wouldn't even touch my gerbil.
Now he'll start going on about the benefits of rural life.
Don't worry, Mum. He'd hate it. He'd only complain about real cows keeping him awake.
It's all that woman's fault. If it wasn't for her, this road would be as quiet as the grave.
Well, you ought to tell her.
I couldn't.
Why not?
Because you can't march up to someone and say, "Excuse me, you're a noisy cow."
Well, I still think somebody should.
I'll count to 10 first, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who did that? Which of you did that? All right, I'll stay here until one of you runs up.
Dad? Dad?
Hey!
Oh, don't do that. Well, I thought you were dead again or something.
What?
Oh, didn't you hear me?
Just a minute. Phew, what was that?
Well, where's Mum?
Oh, gone shopping, I think.
Dad, why have you got those on? You're not even plugged in.
To give myself the illusion of privacy.
What does that mean?
Well, if I sit here with my ears plugged, I can pretend I'm living in the country, far from police sirens, jumbo jets, and Sergeant Major Horner next door.
Dad?
Yeah?
Mum's still going to want to move.
Yes, well, I might.
Well, I can't.
Why not?
I'd never see Sophie Turner again.
Now, you told me last week she was the biggest wally in the world.
Well, I know, but she is my best friend. Don't you like this house?
Yes, of course I do.
So it's just because of that woman next door?
Well, she doesn't help, does she?
If it wasn't for her, would you still want to move?
Probably not.
Can't she be stopped?
Well, short of deportation or a well-aimed hand grenade, not really.
Can't you tell her?
Of course not.
That's what Mum said. But somebody could.
Yes, but who?
Well, somebody anomalous.
Somebody what?
Anomalous, you know, like the one who wrote all the poems.
Oh, yes.
If somebody like that did tell her, and she shut up for good, would you be happy?
Delirious.
And would your heart get better?
Oh, by leaps and bounds, I expect.
Well, that's all right.
Just a minute. What's all right, then?
Nothing. I mean, everything.
Now, come on, what are you up to? You're not planning to picket the house, are you, like you and Sophie did to that woman with the sealskin coat?
Oh, come on, Dad, don't be silly. I've written her a letter, that's all.
You've done what?
It's all right. I didn't sign it or anything, and I cut all the words out of the paper and stuck them on like the kidnappers did in that film last week. And there won't be any fingerprints either, because I wear driving gloves.
What did you say?
Nothing much. Just what everyone thinks of her, and what will happen to her if she doesn't stop making such a noise.
You mean you threatened her?
Oh, only a bit.
Oh, wonderful. An anonymous threatening letter.
Aren't you pleased?
I'll let you know after the trial. We could all go to jail. When did you send it?
Well, I haven't yet.
Where is it?
It's in the hall with the other letters.
Right, you get it now and tear it up before anyone sees it. And whatever you do, don't you mention this to your mother. She'll have a fit. Now go on, get.
Mum,
Hello, darling.
where are those letters?
Oh, it's all right. I posted them.
Dad,
What?
Mum's just posted the letter.
Oh, what a bit of luck.
You won't tell her, will you?
The same time.
Are you all right, madam?
Yes. Yes, I'm fine. Is he all right? Go on, you can tell me. I won't faint. Where did you find him? He can't have got far because he's only been gone a quarter of an hour.
Who has?
Is he in the park? Which hospital did they take him to?
Take who, madam?
My husband.
I don't know anything about your husband, madam, but if he's out, perhaps you could help me.
Help you how?
Answer a few questions.
About my husband?
No, madam. I don't quite see how your husband fits into the picture.
You haven't found him anywhere?
Not that I'm aware of, madam.
Well, in that case, what can I do for you?
Well, I wonder if we might just step inside for a few moments.
Yes, yes, of course. Oh, if it's about the car tax, we just forgot. The round thing, the disc, it fell off, you see, and we couldn't make it stick back on.
It's all right, madam. Calm down. There's nothing to be nervous about.
Well, there isn't.
No. We're here to help the public, not to harass them. It's the uniform. As soon as people see it, they start getting jittery. It's very depressing for us.
Is it? I never thought of it like that.
When I joined the police force, I was really looking forward to giving people directions and holding up the traffic for old ladies. But the council keeps changing the road names, and the last old lady I helped across the street thought I was trying to plant cannabis on her.
Did she really?
People don't even ask the time these days.
Oh, you poor... Do sit down. Would you like a drink? Tea?
No, I really ought to pursue my inquiries.
Oh, yes, of course.
Are you acquainted with a Mrs. Horner living at number 13 in this road?
Next door? Well, yes, of course I am, but we... Why, what's she done?
She's reported having received an anonymous letter of an insulting and threatening nature.
How awful. Who was it from?
It was anonymous.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. We have reason to believe it came from somebody in this road.
Oh, it couldn't have. A poison pen person in this road? That's really very nasty. What makes you think it's someone in this road?
Well, it would seem they're within earshot of the recipient.
One of our neighbours. Well, you never imagine these things happening so close to home. I just hope you catch whoever it is and you send them up for a jolly good long stretch of porridge.
Dad, come here quick.
What's wrong?
I was in there with a policeman.
Really? What's happening?
They're talking.
Yes, and you know what about, don't you? Your blasted letter.
Well, I know that, but Mum doesn't know anything about it. Does she?
No, she doesn't. That's the trouble.
No pocket money this week.
Certainly not. Or next. Hello, Jane. I'm back.
My husband. Constable...
Yeah, Clements, madam.
Oh, how do you do, Constable Clements?
Don't be nervous. It depresses him.
Oh, right. What's the trouble, then?
Apparently somebody sent a nasty letter to the woman next door.
I wonder if you could throw any light on it, sir.
Me? Oh, no, I don't think so. It's probably just a joke, that's all. Somebody with a sense of humour. Not us. We don't have a sense of humour. Not in this house, do we, Jane?
Well, it doesn't sound like a joke to me. An anonymous threatening letter is horrible. Whoever wrote it should be sent to prison.
No. With respect, Jane, I can't agree with you there.
What?
Well, after all, this is just a childish prank, not to be taken seriously.
You think it may be the work of a child, then, sir?
A child? Did I say that? A child? No.
Why not, sir?
Well, I mean, a child wouldn't do it, would they? Cutting all those words out and sticking them on. I mean, they just don't.
Excuse me, sir. How did you know the words were cut out and stuck on?
You just guessed.
What a piece of inspiration, sir.
Yes, well, that's what they always do, isn't it? That's what they did in that film on TV the other night. You know, the one about the kidnap? Did you see it?
No.
Oh, I thought the police came out of that awfully well.
I was on duty, sir.
Oh, bad luck. Look, it must be irritating for you to have to waste your time on trivial little cases like this.
If you caught whoever it is, what would you do to him?
Well, if the lady decides to bring a civil action, sir, that will depend upon the magistrate.
Just because some joker complains about her making too much noise, what a ridiculous fuss.
Excuse me, sir, are you acquainted with Mrs. Horner?
Mrs. Horner?
You know, the one next door?
Oh, the one next door. No, I've never met her.
How did you know the letter contained a complaint about noise?
You said it did.
I didn't actually, sir. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed you did.
Well, after all, what else would anybody complain to her about?
She is noisy, then, in your...
Noisy?
Oh, no. Noisy, good heavens, no. We hardly know she's there, do we, Jane?
I see, sir.
Well, fancy somebody writing to her about it, though. I mean, whoever did that must be really stupid.
Yes, well, I'm sorry we haven't been able to help you with your inquiries.
Oh, I think you've given us quite a bit to go on, sir.
Have I?
Yes, I shall return to the station now and make my report.
And it's back on the beat.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, sir. There's a football match tonight. I'll be linking arms and getting my helmet knocked off, I expect. And you never know, I might even be back this way, making an arrest before the evening's out. Goodbye for the moment, sir.
Goodbye, Constable.
I hope I haven't kept you, madam.
Oh, not at all. By the way, could you tell me the time?
Oh, my pleasure. It's 4:35.
Thank you.
Not at all. Thank you, madam.
He's gone, then?
Yes.
Don't think he guessed, do you?
Peter, why did you do it?
Do what?
Why did you write that letter?
Well, I didn't write it. Rosemary did.
Don't blame Rosemary.
Well, it's true, she did.
Rosemary?
Yes.
How could she?
She meant well.
Will you try telling the magistrate that? Our daughter, on probation. It's our fault. We failed her in some way.
Hey, hang on a minute, she's coming up the path.
Oh, is she? Right.
No, it's the thing from next door.
Mrs. Horner. Armed with a summons, no doubt. Now what do we do?
Hide.
You go.
No, you go. You're the woman.
You're the man.
What about my heart?
We'll both go.
Now look here, I'm Mrs. Horner and you're Rosemary's mother, aren't you?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
Why? She looks perfectly all right to me. Now look here, I must have a word with you.
Yes, we thought you might.
Do you think we might sit down?
Oh, yes, do come in.
Ah, you've got the book, I see.
The book?
The Heart Thing. It's one of Nigel's, you know. He's in publishing. We heard you'd had a spot of bother with the old ticker. So I told Nigel to send you a copy.
Oh, that's
He wondered who'd sent it.
Now, look here. I owe you an apology.
You do?
When that comic letter came, we thought it was from those ghastly Swedish people over the way, keep parking their car in front of our gate. Told Nigel not to bother about it. After all, we are a pretty noisy lot, especially me. I've got a very loud voice, you know, and... course, you've noticed that.
No.
Anyway, Nigel got completely carried away, called in the law. Then, of course, when your daughter came over just now,
Rosemary did?
we felt simply frightful about it. We'd no idea she'd written it. Nigel said she was quite right. I am a noisy cow. So I told him to call off the bloodhounds while I popped over to apologise.
Yes, but we should apologise to you,
Yes,
really.
it was so rude.
Nonsense! She was only looking after her father. A man who's recuperating doesn't want a sergeant major bellowing about all day long. That's what Nigel calls me, you know, the sergeant major.
Does he really?
I don't believe it.
He's quite right, of course. I've always been like that. Hey-ho. But look, not a peep from now on, I promise. Okay.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes, it's lovely.
Do you suppose she's all right?
Who?
Mrs. Horner hasn't made a sound for days.
Yes, she's all right. She's just readjusting her lifestyle, that's all. Husband looks more cheerful, don't you think?
I think that family ought to be very grateful to us, really.
You do?
Or rather to Rosemary. I think she showed great ingenuity in sending that letter. I'm very proud of her.
Don't tell her that.
Why not?
She'll think we approve of what she did.
Well, don't we? After all, she was doing it for you. We don't have to worry about the house the other side now, either. The Murrays have taken it.
Who are the Murrays?
Their daughter's a friend of Rosemary. She says there's really nice people. Hello, darling. I was just telling your father about the Murrays having taken next door.
Isn't it great? I fixed it. I told Emily about having the empty house next door, and she said that she'd tell her dad about it.
Oh, well, that's good. You like Emily, don't you?
Yeah, she's all right, thanks. But the good bit is that her dad's in the record business. And guess who's going to be staying there? The Pigs.
The Pigs.
Who's pigs?
The Pigs, Mum. They're a group.
Do you mean a pop group? A pop group moving in next door?
Yes, isn't it great? Mr. Murray said they could use it for rehearsing in. Well, it's only for a bit until they go on tour.
Rehearse? They are going to rehearse? All that noise?
Mum, don't be silly. It's not noise, it's music.
Well, what are we going to do about that?
Well, I've got an idea.
Oh, Dad, you can't.
Oh, yes, I can. Jane, would you like to open the glue?
Maybe it was overwork.